has snapped off. Take a look at that. I want to figure out a better way to tie these. If y'all have any recommendations, maybe adding a bead or something. What I think is happening is these catfish, they get hooked, they start rolling, especially if they get caught in something, and it tightens the line around these hooks, and that's what causes them to snap on the back right there, if you can see. So maybe some smaller or thinner gauge snap swivels. Do the same exact knot as before and then add the hook to that. And that way when they roll, that swivel's going to allow the hook to turn with them. At least that's what I'm thinking for the future. I fished with these jugs earlier and they were great. However, I made one modification to make them even better. When catfish do their death roll, I added that snap swivel on the circle hook in the hopes that they won't wrap this line up and eventually snap it. Well, today we're going to set several of these things out, hopefully catch some catfish, and hopefully see that this modification did the trick to fix it. So right here I'm cruising at the edge of a drop-off, and the water's a little elevated, and this is a tributary, so I'm hoping the catfish have funneled in here as they go towards the higher ground. Fortunately, we're just enough in the banks that I think this is going to be a good spot. So, got my jug set up, and today for bait, I actually made some at home. This is the first time I've done this, but Gatorade, garlic, and chicken. Pretty pungent, but that's the whole point of it. We're going to see how it does. I let it sit inside the sauce for a few days and then froze it up. I'm hoping these chicken pieces will be nice and tough on the hook. We're going to find out. Here's a better look at what that bait looks like. But chicken breast, pretty tough. I'm hoping it'll stay on the hook pretty well. Single hook through. I'm just going to push that line through the eye, bring it over the top one, snatch it in place. Now we got an anchored jug to fish. Well, I might already have something on one of these jugs. Let's grab the gaff real quick. There's nothing on it. Something definitely did push it to deeper water. It's right here in the channel. You're looking at about 30 feet deep. Definitely more than what these jug lines can handle. All right. It looks like we're starting our day off with a nice small blue cat right there. We're going to be taking him home. That's a good eater size. Looks like that chicken's staying on the hook well. Awesome. But what you can see, that twist I'm referring to, look at that line, how it's tangled up, how it's twisted up. That barrel swivel is helping to keep that line from snapping. There we go. I think I have one on this jug. It's hard to tell. Once again, I think the smaller fish, not a problem by me. I really like these small ones. They're great eating size, 1 to 5 pounds, even up to 10. Don't move around much now. It seemed like it was. There's some weight on it. Yep. We got another blue, fortunately. So, we're getting the desired species. I like blues versus channels. I think they taste a bit better. Once again, you can see that hook isn't wrapped around, it's not tight like I was having issues. It seems like these snap swivels are doing exactly what I wanted them to. First casualty of the day. Got snagged on something on the bottom and that snap swivel came unhooked. But that's the reason I got these. I think they're rated for like 45 pounds, which some people may go, that's too small, but for the size fish I'm trying to catch, that's not an issue. And something like this where it gets caught in structure, these pop off, but you can still have your leader, so you can easily switch these out. Now you don't have to retie a leader. Anywho, going through, getting these baited once again. That chicken lasted for about an hour. I was hoping to last at least 2 or 3, but live and learn. Maybe next time I will try chicken gizzards instead. They're a little bit tougher. Do the same mix that I did today. These are the little scoundrels taking my bait. These blue crabs starting to come up the river. I think it's a little early for him, but evidently I was wrong. But you can see he's not going to let go with that weight either. Hey, little buddy. He thinks that's food. There he goes. The other thing I'm doing now, we're getting towards the middle of the day, is I'm transitioning to deeper water. So these were anchored in place. Now I'm setting them between 25, 30 feet deep. I've got 30 feet of line, or 25 feet of line on here. So they're going to be suspended off the bottom just a little bit more. And hopefully that'll catch catfish going into that cooler water and keep it just off the bottom, so maybe the crabs won't get to it nearly as much. We'll see. We got 2 more to go, and then we wait. Right in front of me as I was taking a break, I saw this one start moving around quite a bit. I think this is one of the very few that actually still had set a little bit more shallow or higher off the bottom. Nope, don't need the gaff. Set that to the side. Let's see what we got here. Well, it's a catfish, but it's not the one we want. That is a gaff top. Now, I've heard you can eat these catfish, but not really as good as blues or even channel cat, so we're gonna let him go. And there we go. Bobbing up and down. Let's take a look. Let's see. Yep, we got a blue this time. Perfect. That's a great eating size as well. That's what we want to see. Get him in the boat. Once again, he's twisted that line a little bit, but that snap swivel has really helped keeping it from snapping. There we go. Got something on here. That's what we were after as far as fun ones. Good Lord. That's a solid catfish. Yep. Alright, we got to try to boat flip this guy. Fortunately, that's like 2 things 55-pound test. No! The line was strong enough. Snap swivel. It broke loose. 40 pounds. Dang, that was a good sized fish. On the other side though, not really an eater catfish, a little bit big. They get mercury poison when they get that size out here, but hey, at least we got them. That was a lot of fun. If you're curious about the gear I'm using, how I made these jugs, I have a video that I will link, as well as the master gear list. That has all the stuff included, all my catfish gear that I'm using today. But as you saw, just took one of my backup lines. Don't spend any time re-rigging. That's one of my favorite things about this. Pop it on, let's get some fresh bait, and let's try to go get that guy again. Well, picking up my stuff to leave, and may just have one more catfish. If so, that'll be pretty lucky. Let's give him some line. Get around this outboard real quick. Oh yeah. Yes. Perfect eating size. Number 5. That was my goal, 5 for today. We got it. We got another one on here, but it's wrapped around another line. Oh, come on. Let's see if I can. Did I get it undone? Yep, there we go. Little finagling, but we got it. And I'm in neutral. Yep, don't want to mess up his line. Number 6. That is not a bad ice chest of fish right there. Well, there's the jugs that did it. Making that small adjustment made a huge difference. I only had one hook break off all day.
and you can see the results for yourself. 7 catfish in the box, and if I had some bait, I definitely would have caught more. I think I just about nailed that timing.